Good morning, Prudential sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this last week, very interesting times we are in, and I got a slew of calls. So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about a lot of this REO moratorium that we're all hearing about. Now, I wish I had some real specific information to share with you, but I can't share information that I don't have. But I've been doing my homework on this, and so let me just give you a quick overview, and then I want to share 3 key ideas, okay, that I think will help all of us, okay, deal with these types of changes. First of all, it's another change. My God, get used to it. I mean, this is just craziness, I know, but guess what? It's going to continue along these lines. I wish I could say that it wasn't, but remember, it's not the market, it's us. It's not what the market's going to do, it's us. What are we going to do to change to always deal with whatever changes the market throws to us? So here we have this REO moratorium. Right now, I know absolutely there are some companies that are halting, okay, even closing on some of their REO properties. What does that mean to you? Well, you may even have a buyer in escrow, or it may be your bank-owned listing that's in escrow. And if you're the listing agent, you'll get a call from your asset manager and say, don't close. And your next question is, okay, until when? And they'll say, I don't know, until further notice. Well, what do I tell my buyer? Well, they can leave or they can wait. Okay, they can cancel the transaction or they can wait. If you're on the buyer side, pretty much the same message. The difference is you're going to get that from the listing agent, whoever that may be. There's really not enough information. I will tell you this, it is not across the board. Okay, for whatever reason, some companies feel very comfortable that they've done their procedures correctly and are continuing to move forward. Even some of the companies that you'll hear about, even large banking institutions, you'll say, well, you know what? I thought they had the moratorium, but they're doing business. They're closing. My gut tells me, I don't think they have their total arms around the situation, to be honest. But I am keeping up to date. I'm really gathering as much information as we can. I would say for the next 90 days, okay, we're going to have a lot of this stuff to deal with. I am going to tell you that today I am meeting with our Congresswoman, Dina Titus, and this is one of those items on the agenda that I will be discussing. And for those of you who know my passion, I promise you, our message will be clear, not only in this issue, but some other issues. So I will keep you up to date. I'll keep the managers up to date, okay, so they can keep you in the loop of what's going on with this. Really not any more news than that, and of course what you can read in the newspaper as well as I can. All right, so with all this happening, what do we do? All right, there are 3 messages that I want to send today. Really 2 main messages, and one is something that's coming up prior to year end that I want to share with you. Okay, first of all, and this first one I know may seem tough, but it works. It is so imperative that you keep a positive outlook based on opportunities that exist in the marketplace. Here's what I mean. When we see this change, specifically if you're someone out there that, you know what, you have some homes in escrow. I know a couple of our agents, their base homes and escrows all had to deal with REO properties and they're affected. So I know some of you can be affected very dramatically, but please do this. Focus on the positive opportunities and say, okay, I can't change X, so I've got to look at what I'm going to do differently to generate business, okay, for my real estate career. You've got to stay focused on that. I promise you, there is positive opportunities out there. One of those aspects, okay, will be diversifying your business. If this isn't a wake-up call, okay, some of the big REO brokers, okay, in the marketplace are really having a tough time. It's funny. Some of us may have sat back and said, wow, do they have it made? They're getting all this REO inventory. It just keeps coming to them. Well, guess what? They've created infrastructure around it. Okay, they've made commitments, and now, oh my God, now they have that moratorium. Plus, they've had changes come up within the REO business itself recently. There's a lot of change going on for everyone, regardless of what the segment of business it is. But the message it does send is you got to diversify. You know what? This should help short sales. I truly believe that this will help pump short sales up once this all starts settling down. Short sales have no title issues. They don't have to deal with this. You're still dealing with the seller. The only thing the bank or the investor has to do with it is they've got to approve the shortage of dollars. But it's not an ownership issue like it is on a bank-owned property. Okay, so I do believe that it's going to help short sales. But that doesn't mean you want to throw 100% of your inventory in short sales. 35, as I shared with you prior, still 35% of our inventory is classic listings. That's people selling their houses that you don't have to deal with a short sale and you don't have to deal with a bank-owned property. You need to start diversifying. Now, when I say diversify your business, I'm not only talking about diversifying where you're focusing, like short sales or diversifying into classic, okay? I'm talking about diversify your activities. You need to look at how you're generating your business today. Okay, what are you doing to generate income, okay, to your real estate business? And you need to look and say, what do I need to tweak? Maybe some things that I thought, oh God, I never wanted to do. Maybe I need to take a look at that and do some things differently. I know this much, okay? You are doing a lot of business regardless of this. And some of you out there who don't deal in any REO whatsoever, bank-owned property is doing a lot of business. So the business is out there. We just got to make sure that we understand and internalize it's always going to be us. Don't ever depend on the market to help. It may help, and that's great news. But if it doesn't help, we need to be ready either way. Thirdly, okay, you are going to be hearing about a workshop that I'm putting together personally. It's going to be scheduled prior to the end of the year. And it's going to be all about back to the basics. You know, you hear this concept, well, we've got to get back to the basics. What I want to ensure is everyone really internalizes what that means, okay? It's not as easy of, okay, back to the basics, great, I'm going. What does it mean specifically in this environment? What does that mean to go back to the basics? I'm going to be sharing some aspects that truly affect not only your mindset, but the core focus of how you should be focusing your business plan. I'm doing it personally. You'll be hearing about the date soon. Okay, you'll be hearing about the date soon, and it will be scheduled before year end. Let me end this message today by saying, look, we are in an evolving marketplace, and I wish I had a crystal ball to tell you where it was going to end up. I don't know. But I will tell you this, it's going to be the focused professionals that truly stay focused on success that win this battle. Okay? Have a great week, everybody, and a productive one as well. Take care. Bye-bye.